The regular meeting of the Board of Trustees of Berryessa Union School District is now called to order. All 5 board members are present. Items to be discussed in closed session are the following. A, conference with real property, negotiators government code section 54956.8, property 3435 Birchwood Lane, San Jose, California, APN 092-27-025. Agency negotiators, Superintendent Roxanne Fuentes, EDD, and Kevin Franklin, Assistant Superintendent of Business Services. Negotiating parties, Berryessa Union School District and Milpitas Christian School and Orion Montessori School. Under negotiation, price, terms of payment, and terms of lease of property. B, conference with real property negotiators, Government Code Section 54956.8, property 2550 Green Gate Drive, San Jose, California, APN 589-19-041 and 984-44-006. Agency negotiators, Superintendent Roxanne Fuentes, EDD, and Kevin Franklin, Assistant Superintendent of Business Services. C, conference with real property negotiators, Government Code Section 54956.8, property 2095 Warmwood Lane, San Jose, California, APN 092-19-011. Agency negotiators, Superintendent Roxanne Fuentes, EDD, and Kevin Franklin, Assistant Superintendent of Business Services. D, nothing there. Shall I read that as well? Yeah. D, student discipline or other confidential student matters. Education Code Section 35146, 48918, 4890086, 48912B, and 4906086, and 20 USC Section 1232G. E, conference with labor negotiators, Government Code Section 54957.6. Agency designated negotiator, Roxanne Fuentes, EDD, and other members of the negotiating team. Employee organizations, California School Employee Association, California Teachers Association of Berryessa, and Teamsters Local 150 Management. F, public employee discipline, dismissal, release, complaint, Government Code Section 54957. Are there any comments regarding closed session items? None. If none, we will now adjourn to closed session at 5:33 p.m. Thank you. Union School District will now reconvene to open session. Trustee Nguyen, could you please lead us in the flag salute, please?
Yes, please stand and face the flag. Ready, begin. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Trustee Nguyen. Trustee Srinivasan, could you please read the district mission statement?
Yes, Berryessa Union School District provides all students the skills to become lifelong learners and successful 21st century global citizens.
Thank you. Trustee Howe, could you please read the norms of the Board of Trustees?
Of course, the Berryessa Union School District Board of Trustees agree to focus on the best interests of students at all times, be respectful, listen openly, address problems and process, not persons, keep each other informed, maintain confidentiality, work toward the future, learn from the past, equal participation from all members, and stay on task.
Thank you very much. There was no action taken during the no disclosure action taken during closed session. All right. Item E, adoption of the agenda.
I'll
Could I
move to
have-
adopt agenda.
It's-
President Boak, just to share for the agenda,
Mhm.
we will be eliminating item 10B, and we will incorporate that in the next meeting.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Fuentes. It's the adoption of the agenda. It's been moved and seconded. Could I have all of you who are in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? All right, adoption of the agenda, motion is carried. Item 6, recognition, nothing. There's nothing of that, so let's go to item 7, public comments on consent calendar agenda items. None? None, all right. In that case, could I have a motion, please, to approve the consent calendar?
Move to adopt. Sorry, go ahead.
Move to adopt consent?
I'll second that.
Thank you. It's been moved and seconded to adopt the consent calendar. All of in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? None. It's unanimous. All right, let's continue on to, which one is that now? Section 9? Yes, Section 9, there it is. Section 9, comments from the public on non-agenda items. I believe we have speakers before us, but that one on the bottom, yeah, thank you very much. But before I call on the speakers, I would like to please read the speaker conduct. For all who wish to address the board during public comments periods, speakers are requested to state your name and affiliation for the record. Each speaker will be given 3 minutes to address the board, 5 minutes per organization, and a maximum of 20 minutes per topic. However, in exceptional circumstances, when necessary to ensure full opportunity for public input, the board president may, with board consent, adjust the amount of time allowed for public input and/or the time allotted for each speaker. Any such adjustment shall be done equitably so as to allow diversity of viewpoints. The president may also ask members of the public with the same viewpoint to select a few individuals to address the board on behalf of that viewpoint. Board Bylaw 9323. Speakers are reminded to communicate with respect, fairness, and courteousness to each other and to all present. We ask that you not use the name of any district employees in your comments. The board welcomes orderly communication from the public. We will now begin. I will call on the first speaker that we have. It is Percival Cerezo.
Percival Cerezo, parent of a Lakeview student. Good evening, superintendents and board members. Again, my name is Percival Cerezo, and I'm speaking today for my daughter Sloan, and on behalf of her classmates who are in Laneview's SDC program. As we transition to Northwood, we are asking once again for the planning team and the board members to make informed, responsible, and legally compliant decisions regarding the classroom placements for our students. And let me be clear. The current proposal to place our kindergarten and first grade special needs students, many of whom who have individualized educational plans that include toilet training in classrooms without a bathroom inside, is unacceptable. Expecting these children to exit the classroom and walk to an outside bathroom is not only developmentally inappropriate, but it undermines the academic, sensory, and behavioral support that their IEPs are designed to provide. This arrangement risks accidents, disrupts learning, and can create delay or trauma around what should be a supportive developmental milestone. It disregards best practices in education, in special education, and ignores the individual needs clearly stated in each student's fairly protected IEP. The decision to close Lakeview was forced upon us. This consolidation has not been easy on anyone. We understand that everyone is tired. Families are exhausted and the staff are exhausted. But this does not absolve the district from its legal and moral responsibilities. This is not a matter of convenience. It's about equity, access, and dignity. Our SDC teachers know this firsthand. Our families live it. The district does not need to guess. Listen to our experts already among us. As our educators, talk to our parents, or simply research the matter. The evidence is readily available from trusted sources. There's no excuse for planning that ignores the fundamental needs of our most vulnerable learners. We're not asking for more than what is reasonable. We are asking for what is required, what is right, and what is needed for our children to succeed. This decision cannot be brushed aside because it's complicated or logistically challenging. The district has an opportunity right now to do better, to listen, to act, and to make a meaningful difference in the lives of our most vulnerable students. We need a dedicated classroom with a bathroom inside for our younger students with IEPs. Not a workaround, not a promise, a solution. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Cerezo, for your comments. The next speaker is Angela Chen.
Good evening. My name is Angela Chen. I'm a parent of a special education student in Miss Amy Martinez's class. Currently, we are at Toyon Elementary School, and my daughter is in the preschool program for special education. She has mild to moderate autism, and as you know, autism is wanting to be by yourself, and she has a lot of learning disabilities. Causing her to not be able to learn naturally and needing lots of prompts from the teachers and the teachers' assistants. So I have come to know that the new school that we'll be moved to is Summerdale Elementary, and it's a pod school. The classrooms are organized like a pea pod, and there are not completely isolated or enclosed four walls. So it can be a big problem for my daughter because she can run really fast and run away at any time she wants. She doesn't follow directions. She can make loud noises and disturb other classes. She climbs furniture and makes it hard for other students to focus because we'll take the teacher's time to bring her down from furniture, or she's being potty trained, need to walk her to the bathroom. So with many people or in a pod classroom, She can hear loud noises and be distracted easily, and she can also distract others easily. So I think it's important to have an enclosed classroom with 4 walls. And I believe with less distractions, my daughter will learn better, to be in a calmer state to learn, because a lot of times people with autism are overstimulated or understimulated and not at the optimal learning state. So this way teacher can focus on student learning instead of chasing my daughter. And so another thing is that the new school at Summerdale doesn't have a toilet in the classroom or a sink. And it's really important to have a sink in the classroom for hygiene purposes and for potty training. My daughter tends to take off her pull-up after they are soiled, and she takes her shoes off frequently too. So they will really need to wash their hands. And the toilet at Summerdale is 55 students to 2 potties. At Toyon right now is 15 students to 2 potties. There's not enough toilets to go around for all the students. There's a size issue too, because my daughter is only 4 years old. She will need a small size potty, and I think the potties at Summerdale are a little bit bigger in between a regular size one and a small one. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Chen. The next speaker is Miguel Torres.
Good evening. My name is Miguel Torres. I'm here today to advocate for the needs of my 6-year-old son, Sebastian, and his classmates in Ms. Shanti's K through 2nd grade special day class with regard to the bathroom needs. My son, like other students in his class, are still learning to use the toilet and do not have the skills to use the bathroom independently. Having a private bathroom located inside the classroom is a necessity for these students for several reasons. First, some students are still using diapers and rely on classroom staff to change them throughout the day. Going outside the classroom to be changed in a shared bathroom would violate the privacy of these students. A private bathroom is required to maintain the privacy and the dignity of these students. It has taken 3 years to potty train my son, Sebastian. He's recently started to use the toilet on his own. Sometimes it seems as though he was making progress, and then we'd take a trip or some other changes would happen in his routine and he would regress. He would often withhold without going to the bathroom, which is stressful to experience as a parent. Sebastian still relies on adults to clean up after him. After he's had a bowel movement and help him wash his hands after using the toilet. He would not be able to enter a shared bathroom and use the facilities independently. He may even begin withholding going because the stress of using a shared bathroom would cause him. Sebastian is also nonverbal, and putting him in the situation where he does not have adults to help him, especially with such a private part of life, where there's other unfamiliar people, could very well cause him anxiety that could lead to regression in all progress he's made with regards to potty training. Lastly, Sebastian, like other students with autism, can tend to run off and want to play when they go outside. Having to go out in the classroom to use the restroom will mean distracting students from learning that takes place in the classroom and could lead to undue frustration for them when they have to go back inside. Please consider the special needs of these students and ensure that they have a private bathroom located in their classroom. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Torres. Next speaker is, I believe, is Gia Mifam.
Good evening, Superintendent and all the board member. I am Chia, a parent of a special ed student who is currently studying Landview right now. I am here to expressing my concern about the after hearing that there will be attached bathroom at Northwood School, elementary school next year. And then I am very concerning about the situation with a routine that I have witnessed his teacher, Miss Shanti, right here, who has set up for Winston and the other student in the class, so that she's putting step by step on the wall and teaching the student up, how to do it correctly. And for example, cleaning white and other cleaning supply will be available within the bedroom, that inside the bedroom, which very convenient for the student. And imagine if these non-verbal, verbal autism student have to go outside bedroom, that will be disrupting their routine. And my son, who is just attending Landview School this year, he is just currently just starting potty training with Miss Shanti. I am seeing the process that he is making right now. And I see that he need help from Miss Shanti and the two other para educator within the classroom. So, and the fact that he is a male, imagine he is have to go outside to a separate bedroom and he is requiring the help from his female teacher. That would be very, very inappropriate. And I am worrying about his safety and the other student who also attending Northwood Elementary School next year. So as a consequence of this, in the absence of the attached bedroom, this will disrupt a successful potty training among special ed students and place an additional burden to the teacher and the staff as well. I am hoping that, the district will reconsider this decision and provide an environment that fully support the student, the unique need of the special ed student. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Pham. Next speaker is Mr. Joe Herman.
Good evening, trustees and cabinet. My name is Joe Herman. I've been an elementary teacher in Berryessa for 29 years at Brooktree Elementary School, and I'm the president of the California Teachers Association of Berryessa, or CTAB. CTAB has two really important issues to talk to you about this evening. First, we're coming to you again to talk about site readiness for classrooms for the special education special day classes and for the special ed pre-K classes, as you've heard parents speak about, that are moving due to school closure. We have engaged with management to address our concerns, and we are hopeful that we can have clear commitment that our most neurologically diverse students will have classrooms that meet their special needs for next school year. In our conversations with management, we were told that there are no funds available to make necessary improvements, such as age-appropriate toilets, sinks, water, etc., for these students. We ask that you, the trustees, prioritize funding these critical accommodations. Second, we came last month and delivered our bargaining goals petition, where over 85% of CTAB members signed the petition in only 5 days. And you can see our members here tonight and our posters. They represent each site. Members spoke to the importance of our bargaining goals at our last school board meeting. Tonight, we're back with a bargaining update. Management has offered zero, nothing, to everything. And they have rejected all of our proposals presented at the negotiating table. Instead of engaging substantively with our proposals, management has created a situation non-conducive to labor peace. To reiterate, I'd like to remind you of CTAB's bargaining goals. As dedicated educators and teachers employed in the Berryessa Union School District, we are united to win an agreement in our 24-25 reopeners that accomplish the following goals. a fair wage increase for all CTAB members that will help to attract and retain qualified staff, reduce the cost of healthcare, eliminate 2 unnecessary professional development days with no loss in compensation, expand prep time for K-3 teachers, class sizes for TK and K-3 that will allow us to provide the best instruction for our students, caseload for SLPs and SDC teachers that reflect the increasing needs for these critical services. Tonight, CTAB members, and you've already heard from parents, will speak again on the importance of achieving these goals. What CTAB educators and teachers want to know is, when we give 100% to our students, why is management offering 0%?
We give 100%. Why offer 0%? We give 100%. Why offer 0%? We give 100%.
Why offer?
0%?
Okay.
We give 100%. Why offer 0%?
So these are the voices of our members. All right. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Thank you, Mr. Herman. Next speaker is Shanti Durai Raju. Shanti? Oh, there you are.
Good evening, board members. I'm Shanti Raju, kinder through second grade STC teacher at Laneview, and I'm here to share a deep concern regarding the classroom placement. We recently received the classroom assignments for next school year, and I must express how disappointing it was to see that none of the placements fully met the essential needs of our students. As you all know, the 3 STC classrooms moving from Laneview to Northwood serve students with moderate to severe autism, students who requires extensive support throughout the day. Transitions, especially those involving toileting, are particularly challenging for them. Many of our students are not yet toilet trained and depend on pull-ups or diapers. Others, while no longer in diapers, still requires adult assistance to manage their clothing before and after using the restrooms. Unfortunately, shared student bathroom with multiple stalls do not allow adult to enter out of respect for the privacy of other students, making it nearly impossible to provide the level of care and supervision our students require. This situation puts our students in very vulnerable position. Some may remove all of their clothing, but are unable to dress themselves again. They may be exposed in front of their peers, unsure of how to manage a private moment. At the same time, it places other students in uncomfortable or confusing situations. Imagine being the child or the child who walks in and witnesses that. It's not safe, it's not respectful, and it's certainly not dignified. I truly believe this isn't due to a lack of care, but perhaps a lack of full awareness. I respectfully ask the board and district leadership to revisit this decision. Our request is simple: ensure that our kindergarten through first grade moderate to severe classrooms are located in rooms with in-room bathrooms, and that our second grade through fifth grade classes are situated near restrooms. This small change would help prevent elopement, reduce anxiety, and allow for a smooth, supported transition, especially in urgent situation. And we maintain detailed records of all diaper changing and bathroom support provided by the teacher and my staff. This information clearly shows how frequently and urgently our students need adult assistance. I would be more than happy to share these records with you if you'd like to review them. Thank you for your time, your care, and your ongoing commitment to equity and to meeting the needs of all students.
Thank you, Shanti, for your comments. Next speaker is Amy Martinez.
Good evening. My name's Amy Martinez, preschool teacher at Toyan, and I'm once again here on behalf of my students. My new placement is Summerdale. I have visited the classroom located in the C-Pod, and I'm concerned about how the decision was made to place my students in this setting. Teachers were not asked for their input regarding the classroom needs of our SDC students. I teach an extensive needs program, also known as a moderate to severe program. All of my students have toilet training goals on their IEP, and I have several students at risk of elopement. My students have considerable difficulty with transitions and have a high level of distractibility, something the district acknowledged by making accommodations to my current classroom at Toyan when I initially moved there. I have taught in a pod classroom during the district extended school year summer program with my students. Several students were able to escape the classroom and leave the building. It was a daily struggle to ensure that all the students remained in the classroom. The noise level of the neighboring classrooms caused disruption to my students with sensory aversions. Bathroom transitions were also a struggle, as leaving the classroom would often trigger a tantrum or refusal to enter the bathroom. Sharing a bathroom is a challenge for my students, as they have a lot of trouble waiting. Lastly, a sink in the classroom is essential due to the amount of hand washing we must practice with the students on a daily basis. My students are learning basic functional skills and deserve their own space to learn these skills. Earlier this year, the Laneview SDC program was originally placed at Summerdale, and we heard from parents in the community regarding the safety and appropriateness of such a decision. Ultimately, it was decided those 3 programs would be placed at Northwood, one of the core reasons being safety. I'm hopeful that we can find a classroom that is an appropriate setting for my preschoolers with extensive needs. The 6 preschool programs have now been spread out between 5 schools for next school year. The preschool programs that have been placed at Vincy Park and Noble have 4 enclosed walls as well as a bathroom in the classroom. The makeup of the students in those classrooms have mild to moderate needs. Since I have been told that Northwood is not an option for me, I would like to ask that my classroom simply be traded with another preschool program location that fulfills the needs of my students. I'm not asking this for my own comfort, personal preference, or benefit. I'm asking that my students' needs be recognized and that their classroom environment reflect that. Please consider this change so that we can limit the disruption my students are already facing come August. I would like to ensure safety for my students, as well as be given an environment that allows them to meet their IEP goals. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Martinez. Our next speaker is Rose Wood.
The incoming moderate to severe SPED teachers are requesting change and updates to the current classroom assignments. SPED mod to severe TK and Kinder need to be placed in rooms with bathrooms and sinks. Mod severe SPED grade 2, 3, and 4, 5 need to be placed in classrooms with the closest proximity to the building's exterior student bathroom and grade level. We explained our needs to the DO and proposed possible on-site solutions that fit our needs. Rooms that already have class bathrooms, and for the older elementary, closest proximity bathrooms to the grade level. Our student population have support needs to identify body signals. They often start undressing on their way to the bathroom. We brought a visual of string. Miss Erica's in the bathroom, so she can run and bring her string. Oh, this was the length of string from Laneview's bathroom to the front door. This changed to this size string. We have been placed on the opposite side of the building to the bathroom. And Erica also has a similar. And Miss Shanti has a string when she never had one before. So we're trying to reduce the length. For the Northwood 2-3, the bathrooms are placed on the opposite side of the building. Not only is it triple the distance, it has 2 90-degree angle walls. Teachers cannot assist on the opposite side of the building, see the supports students need, offer any help in the facility, offer any support to the aides that are in the space. We have IEP goals to identify body cues and planning steps. We really do need close proximity for safety and support services. We want to continue the inclusion planning, which is vital, closest proximity to grade level. SPED rooms with the closest proximity to the bathroom and grade level is a possibility. We can have visual clearance for safety. We can be very intent in our planning of what room fits the students' needs best. We can set students up for success if we consider how we design the environment. In the future, can we collaborate about what is needed for students when planning placement? We all want what is best for students and appreciate our upcoming meeting to take their needs into consideration. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Wood. Our next speaker is Rain Bird. Oh, where is she? Oh.
Hi, my name is Rain Bird, a proud student to be at Ruskin. I want Miss Kimberly and Miss Melanie to still be in my school office because they are really kind and helpful. Miss Melanie has known me since I was a baby. They both have looked after me and helped me do a lot of other stuff. And for as long as I known and for as long as I know, they have been there since I was in kindergarten, all the way to third grade. So please keep Miss Melanie and Miss Kimberly in my school office. Thank you.
Thank you, Rain. Our next speaker is Jessica Bustos. Bustos, perdóneme.
Good evening, District Board. My name is Jessica Bustos. I'm a proud member of the Ruskin and Sierramont community. I want to thank the district for its efforts to support us through this transition. We appreciate the steps taken so far. However, as we look toward the next school year, we are still facing many unknowns, and with those unknowns comes real anxieties for our families, our schools, and staff, and especially our students. While I fully support the Mandarin Immersion Program and the exciting opportunities it will bring, I'm here tonight to ask this board to prioritize the retention of our office staff, the individuals who keep our school running smoothly day in and day out. This includes Miss Melanie, Miss Kimberly, our school nurse, our librarian, Miss Vargas, and others who are absolutely critical to our daily functions of our school. As we embrace new changes, please remember how important it is to retain the faces and voices that our students and families know and trust. The stability of our office staff is vital for maintaining the identity and sense of belonging at Ruskin. These are not just employees, they are the backbone of our school. Miss Melanie, Miss Kimberly, they are the first faces our children see when they walk in, the calming voices on the phone, the helping hands when something goes wrong. For our students especially, consistency matters. They thrive when they feel safe, seen, and supported. Our current office staff provide the sense of security every single day. They know our 372 students by name. They support our teachers, our families, and they keep everything running, not just efficiently, but with heart. I urge you, please recognize the emotional toll the unknown is already taking on our school. Let's not compound it by removing the very people who provide our students with comfort and continuity. Keeping our office staff in place is not just a logistical decision, it's a human one. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Bustos. Our next speaker is Natasha Gillespie.
Hello, I'm Natasha Gillespie. I'm a speech pathologist in the district. I just wanted to touch on our caseload. The current SLP caseload cap from 45 years ago is 55. The 11 district speech language pathologists are asking for a caseload that is considered to be manageable in the year 2025. Word has it, it would take Berryessa hiring an additional 5 SLPs in order to have a manageable caseload, which means that we, the 11 SLPs that are currently in the district, are doing the work of 16. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Gillespie. Our next speaker is Kate Waters.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for hearing me today. My name is Kate Waters. I'm one of the occupational therapists with the district. I see familiar faces, and you've come and visited my classroom before, so you'll know what I'm talking about. I had watched previous board meetings, and I heard that the OTs and SLPs wouldn't have to worry about having a space to work next year. And that's not necessarily what I'm encountering, as people are talking about where spaces will be. Majestic Way and Brooktree have been amazing, but my Laneview and Toyon are closing, and I'm concerned about not having space to work at Northwood for my children with autism. People have brought up maybe trying to work in the fifth space, but that is like 3 classroom size. For kids who are eloping, that is a lot of running for me and probably not conducive to their best therapeutic environment. It's important to have pull-out space for services. While push-in is ideal, right? I mean, we want the kids to be learning in the natural environment, generalizing skills. Not everyone's there yet. And they benefit from a quiet one-on-one. Obviously, you've been in our rooms, we have awesome tools and just anything that they could possibly use. Or sometimes my teachers will want to borrow a tool that they can trial in the class with a student. And by having a dedicated space, that's been very supportive to their growth. I'm really concerned about them not being able to make progress on their goals if we don't have space for pull-out services. I'm concerned that if we try to push into the fifth space, which is like a school-wide space, that equipment will either be damaged, or if there's a bunch of kids in there and not as much supervision, people will get hurt. I think I've been here for 8 years now. And in my experience, it's been beneficial, not just for me, right? Obviously, it's lovely for me to have a pull-out space, but the kids, they do better. I've had years where there haven't been a space. Last year at Noble, I didn't have anywhere. And I just eventually started pushing into an empty classroom next door. And the difference it made in some of my little friends, I'm concerned. Brooktree and Majestic, I appreciate them greatly. But Northwood, especially taking the mod severe classes, they need a dedicated enclosed space, right? And obviously, my Toyon babies are all going out into the rest of the district, and a lot of them are going to Vinci. If we could have space there as well, I think that would help them. Thank you for your time and your help.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Waters. That concludes our public comments. Thank you, everyone. We shall continue with the agenda. And agenda item number 10 is reports and presentation. Dr. Fuentes, please.
Yes, thank you, President Boak. The next item that we have here is 10A. It is our Measure U Independent Citizens Bond Oversight Committee Annual Report. And this evening, I'd like to welcome Frank Kinsella, our chairperson of the CBOC, who will provide his report to you. Welcome, Frank.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Board of Trustees, Dr. Fuentes, and the rest of the board, and community members that I see a lot of them are leaving now. Well, anyway, sorry. First of all, sorry for the delay. I was out of the country for a while, so I was not able to bring the report earlier. But I'm here to make the updates for this year. So this is a report for 2023, 2024 annual report for Measure L and U. The letter from the chair, I'm sure everyone has, well, it's on the screen, so that's great, thank you. I am pleased to present to you the 2023-2024 annual report of the Measure L and U Citizen Board of Oversight Committee covering the period of July 1st, 2023 through June 30th, 2024. The annual report is submitted to the Berryessa Union School District Board of Education and local district residents by the Berryessa Union School District Measure LNU Citizen Bond Oversight Committee is fulfillment of its role as specified by law. The priority duties of the committees are review bond expenditure to ensure that proceeds have been expended for the purpose outlined in Measure L and U. Inform the public concerning the district expenditure of bond proceeds. Present to the district governing board an annual report of the committee proceeding and activities of the previous year. Provide a statement indicating whether the district complies with the bond requirements. This annual report includes highlights and status updates of projects that will prolong the district facilities' life and improve its students' learning experience. The committee relied on the annual performance and financial audit conducted by Negro and Negro, which disclosed no instance of non-compliance with the term of Proposition 39 or Measure L and U. The committee is pleased to report that to the best of the knowledge of the Berryessa Union School District is in full compliance with the responsibility described in Article 13A, Section 1B3 of the California State Constitution. The members of the Oversight Committee, me as the chair for this year, and we have Susan Fowler at large representative, Adrian O'Leary, a large representative, Paul Galt, parent representative, Marty Michael, which is here, senior organizational representative, Sandy Nguyen, parent representation. We have two open positions that if anyone is interested, would be great to have parent and PTA representative, taxpayer organization representative would be great to have in our committee if somebody wants to like to enjoy. Committee meetings and proceedings held during the fiscal year 2022-2023, September 14th, March 14th, September 14th, and July 18th. The CBOC meets quarterly since inception of 2015. The primary presentation and discussion topics have been the detailed construction and compliance plan and financial budget compliance. The district management has cooperated with the CBCOC in their all respects with identified issues relevant and resolved. The assistant superintendent and board of directors or their representative have actively participated in our meetings. And here's a budget that we have at the moment, which is the Measure L. At the end, it's all done, and we expended all the money. Bond authorization was $77 million at the beginning. Interest earned $2,114.92 for, sorry. Total bond fund was 79 million, excuse me, I'm getting this all messed up. $114,092, and total expenditure at the moment is $79,114,092. So we are at zero on Measure L. Now, Measure L bond expenditure by school type as of June 30th, 2024. Elementary schools, $29,307,105.39. Middle schools, $15,495,842.72. District-wide, $34,311,143.89. So the total balance of it was expenditure for Measure L was $79,114,092. For Measure U, which is one of the new ones that we started, the expenditure was for $98 million. That's what the bond is about. And so far, expenditure is $22,386,243.50. Remaining balance is $75,663,758.50. Measure U bond expenditure by school type as of June 30th, 2024. Elementary schools, $7,727,003.60. Middle school, $4,981,935.73. District-wide, $9,627,304.17. Bond expenditure at the moment is $22,336,243.50. The annual report and financial audit, the California Proposition 39 requires annual performance and financial audit on the use of general obligation bond proceeds. The fiscal year ending June 30, 2024 was audited by independent certified public accounting from in accordance with general accepted audit standards and governance of auditing standards issued by the Controller General of the United States. The audit was conducted by Niagara Nigro. The CBOC reviewed the annual external financial audit and are at the quarterly meeting. This audit scope included finance bidding procedure and involve invoice payment integrity. The CBOC was pleased to see that 54% of the year invoices were audited and project sites were visited and ensured that the district received what it paid for. The result of the audit is that the district expenditure, the General Obligation Board, proceed by the environment requirement of Proposition 39. Significance project exhaust fan replacement phase 1. The project was completed in November of 2024. All the exhaust fans were replaced at Brook Tree, Majestic Way, Noble, Northwood, Somerdale, Vince Park, Morel, Piedmont, and Sierramont. Roof replacement at Ruskin Elementary School. The project was completed in August of 2024. This project included all the permanent building on the campus. Restroom addition at Toyon Elementary School. The project was completed in April of 2024. This concludes the actual report, but I have a couple comment that I'd like to make as a chair and a committee as a basic community member. So can I allow to make my statements, please? Thank you. As the chair of the Board Oversight Committee and a member of the community, I have double duty responsibility, and I must address a critical concern regarding our fiscal stewardship. While I deeply appreciate the board dedication to Berryessa Unit School District and acknowledge that challenging decision to close 3 schools, I must highlight an important fiscal impact of our committee primary duty is to ensure that bond compliance and appreciate expenditure of funds. While the district is technically in compliance with bond requirements, the timing of the school closure decisions has created an unfortunate situation by approving expenditure for schools that were under consideration for closure. Funds were allocated that cannot be recovered or redirected to the remaining open schools. This sequence of events has effectively reduced the resource available for improving our continuing schools. Early decision on school closure or a temporary pause on improvements to schools under consideration for school could have prevented these funds from more strategic use, fulfill the committee legal obligation to, according to the law, to ensure procedures and use as intended. Now, I know that everything is in compliance. There's no discrepancy in that. And I just want to make sure that we know that sometimes the decisions are difficult to make. And I totally understand, but I just want to make sure that we know that sometimes all those funds that we use for the bond are very critical on how we use for our school to make sure that the remaining schools have what they need for the life of the school year and to protect our students. And with that, I conclude my report. I thank you for the time and have a good evening.
Thank you, Mr. Cancela. We shall continue to item 11.
I have a question and some comments.
Oh, go
actually.
ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you, Frank, so much for being chair of this really important committee. The bond is something that we use for a lot of our infrastructure projects across the district. And so I just want to uplift the importance of the participation of our community on these boards. We do have a couple of vacancies on this board, and I wanted to ask if we are able to encourage our teachers, for example, who reside in the district to join this committee. This committee, obviously overlooks all the infrastructure and all the things that we do to improve our schools. And so we have, I think, 2 open positions right now, Frank.
It's their own teacher. It's a parent,
Right, a resident.
a resident, PTA president.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. And I also wanted to ask a couple questions related to our bond. I've noticed that we only have, I think, 75 million left on this current bond. When do we need to go for renewal for this bond?
Yeah, that's a great question. Usually we look at 4-year increments. This current bond is at an 8-year term, and it was passed in 2020. So starting to evaluate now before we would do another, we would want to do the exercise of polling our community to see what the viability would be in order to move a bond measure forward.
Okay, so we're looking at like a 2028
Correct.
timeline. Okay, so okay, that's good to know. And I also wanted to ask, what is the process for prioritization for the projects for infrastructure? We had a couple of public comments relating to, obviously like toilets in classrooms and like our pod schools. I just wanted to ask about, when a project comes to our attention, how is it added to our list and how are we prioritizing them?
Yeah, correct. So as you know, Tony each month shares with you the long-term planning of those project lists. Whenever funds are being reallocated, that's brought to the board for the board's consideration and approval. So that is done at this public opportunity during those times. We'll be doing that again now that we have a new restructuring of the district. There were some projects that were able to be put on hold, so there will be resources that the board can reallocate for additional projects.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you, Frank. It's good to see you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Cancela. We shall continue. Any more comments from the board? None? All right, we shall continue then to item 11, which really is superintendent's report. Dr. Fuentes.
Thank you. First, I just want to highlight this month of May. This month of May is celebrated as our National Employee Month. May 1st was our National Principal Day. Then the first week of May, we've celebrated our teachers, and we have our Classified School Employees Week that's also upcoming. I know there is a resolution here for the board to review this evening, just to again reiterate the hard work of our staff across the district in supporting our students and families. In addition, I just would like to invite everyone to our employee recognition event. That's Thursday, May 22nd. It'll be at the BYC at 3 p.m. During that event, we'll be recognizing years of service for all of our employees. We have a handful of retirees this year, I think 20 Plus retirees that will be recognized and given their signature bell that they receive. And then we will also be announcing our Employees of the Year at that event. So we hope to see everyone there. In addition, I'd like to say thank you to our community and everyone who came out on Saturday for our Berryessa Arts Festival. It was, well attended. It was expanded a little bit this year, so there were outdoor activities as well as arts and crafts available inside the Berryessa Community Center. Lots of good food. Again, thank you to all of our music and choir teachers. We had a few hours in the morning of our very own Berryessa student entertainment. So every middle school choir and band performed. And now that we've been able to expand our music program, our elementary students not only performed once, but performed twice. They had two separate groups. They had the winds group as well as the strings group, and they were phenomenal. So it was really great to see their talent out there and all the work that our music and choir teachers have done with them, and lots of good parent support. So I know we had a new committee this year that put on that event. So really would like to thank them for their hard work and, in supporting our school district throughout that event with the proceeds in the future. So looking forward to hearing, how much donation that will bring for teacher grants in the future. And then finally, we've talked a little bit here about the uncertainty at the federal level, with reductions of grants and resources coming through the federal administration. Just recently, the most recent executive order reduces or eliminated the mental health school-based grants. So those are things that we're monitoring and and advocating to continue and hoping that our elected officials here in California will continue to advocate the importance of those funds to our schools. I did want to share this Saturday, there is an opportunity statewide being sponsored by CTA. It's called Fight for Schools. It's happening in Sacramento, in San Francisco, which is our nearest location, as well as Los Angeles and San Diego. It'll be at noon in the Embarcadero Plaza area in San Francisco. So not just for teachers, but for all allies in education that really want to continue to support our schools amid the uncertainty of the current federal administration. So just want to share that opportunity for anyone who would like to be out there and lend their voice to that cause. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Fuentes. We shall continue then. Any comments from the board regarding the announcements? All right.
No, I have.
Oh, go ahead.
So yeah, just add on to your comments on the art festival. I just want to shout out to Dan, from MOT, Marla, Dan Smith, and all the MOT crews that participated, and Sally O Young for always, and hopefully we can persuade her to do it again next year. It's quite a task, and for everybody, thanks a lot. It was a great event. We had great attendance from the community, and it's an important community event. And also, to our sponsors, we had quite a few corporate sponsors, and they're the ones that also help make it happen. Yes, and so for the teachers, we'll be figuring out how to do. We're going to get together as the festival board to figure out how we're going to disperse those grants. So, we'll get that information to you. So be on the lookout for that. Thanks.
Thank you, Trustee Jimenez, and thank you to all who made it all happen. Very successful. We shall continue then to item number 12. Do we have any comments or announcements coming from the board? That was it? All right. Thank you very much. You were ahead of me. Item 13, let's continue to 14, excuse me, public hearing. A, public hearing. Initial proposal of the California School Employees Association, CSEA, according to Government Code Section 3547. Dr. Fuentes, please.
It is recommended the board conduct a public hearing on the initial proposal for our local chapter of CSEA.
Thank you very much. I will now open the public hearing. Do we have any comments from the audience or from the board? If none, I shall close the public hearing. Do we vote on this one? No. Okay. Thank you very much. We shall continue to review and action. A, coming from the superintendents. Number 1, Resolution 24-21, declaration of the month of May 2025 as Berryessa Union School District Employee Recognition Month. Superintendent, please.
It is recommended the board adopt Resolution 2421 in recognition of all of our Berryessa Union School District employees for the Employee Recognition Month, this month of May 2025.
Thank you very much. Do we have any motion, please, for adoption?
I move to approve.
Seconded.
Thank you. It's been moved and seconded. And before we vote on it, I would like to read the Employee Recognition Month Resolution 24-21. Whereas Berryessa Union School District concurs with the governor and the state in recognizing public employees that play a vital role in the educational well-being of students. And whereas the Berryessa Union School District recognizes its administrators and the effectiveness of the leadership team. This year, the state proclaimed the week of October 12th to 18th, 2025 as Week of the School Administrator. And whereas Berryessa Union School District recognizes the importance of its teachers by joining the state in proclaiming May 5th to the 9th, 2025 as National Teacher Appreciation Week. And whereas Berryessa Union School District acknowledges its dedicated classified staff by recognizing the designated week of May 18th through the 24th, 2025 as Classified School Employee Week. And whereas the Board of Education and the Berryessa Union School District wish to commend all employees for their unparalleled contribution to the lives of students as mentors and as examples of character who continuously provide exceptional education and who work tirelessly to provide distinctive learning environments to meet the needs of all of our students. And whereas all employees of the Berryessa Union School District are committed to their profession in providing high quality programs and services to the children, setting exemplary standards, serving as role models, and motivating and promoting success for all learners. And whereas it is timely and appropriate that we recognize this extraordinary endeavor exercised by our community of dedicated educators and employees, that we set aside a moment to express gratitude for their place in our students' lives, that we appreciate the unique gifts of those who impart knowledge and integrity, and that we laud the individual and combined efforts of all those whose work is serving students. Therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Trustees of the Berryessa Union School District recognizes all its employees for their outstanding contributions in educating the children of Berryessa by declaring the month of May as Employee Recognition Month. I think that's, yeah. Thank you very much. Now let's vote on it, please. Oh, it's a roll call. I forgot it's a resolution. Ms. Gomez, please.
President Boac,
Aye.
Trustee Jimenez.
Aye.
Trustee Haug,
Aye.
Trustee Nguyen,
Aye.
Trustee Srinivasan.
Aye.
Thank you very much. It's unanimous. It's unanimous. Therefore, it is passed. Thank you. All right, we'll continue then to business services. Item number 1 is Aspenville Company lease agreement for lease of property at 1376 Piedmont Road. Dr. Puentes, please.
It is recommended the board approve the Aspenville Company lease agreement.
Thank you. Any comments from the board?
Glad we have a tenant, and I move to approve.
Second that.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, it's 5-0. Motion is passed. Human Resources. Acceptance of the initial proposal of the California School Employees Association, CSEA, according to Government Code Section 3547. Superintendent, please.
It is recommended the board accept the initial proposal of CSEA.
Any comments from the board? Could I have a motion, please, for acceptance?
I'll move to accept it.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It has passed. Motion is accepted. Let's continue to item number 2C under Human Resources, Pinnacle Claims Management Agreement. Dr. Fuentes?
It is recommended the board approve the Pinnacle Claims Management Agreement. This is a third-party group that supports our retired employees with their COBRA insurance.
Thank you very much. Motion, please, for approval. Any comments?
I'll move to approve this agreement.
Second?
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion has been approved. D, bond program. Item number 1, alcohol specialty contracting Inc., change order number 1 for bid B-06-2023-24 roof replacement project at 1376 Piedmont Road. Superintendent, please.
It is recommended the board approve the Alcohol Specialty Contracting, Inc. change order number 1. This is a credit of $20,433.
Thank you very much. It's really good. Motion to approve?
I will move to approve the credit.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Right, motion is carried. Let's continue on to 2. Apple Inc. request to use the PEPPM contract number 535801-001 piggyback agreement for the purchase of 160 each 13-inch Apple MacBook Airs for staff and administrators. Superintendent, please.
It is recommended the board approve the request as stated.
I had a question on this one.
Go ahead.
So is this an agreement directly with Apple Inc.? Is that accurate? Is it through a third party?
That is correct.
In that case, in full transparency, because I'm a shareholder with Apple, I will recuse myself from voting and any discussions that might happen on this item.
Fine, thank you. Could I
I
have,
think I shouldn't as well. Good observation, so I'll do the same.
you'll do the same. Okay, we shall vote still regardless. Yes, could I have a motion, please?
I move to approve. I don't have stocks.
I'll second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Well, we've had 3 votes and 2 abstention. That's passed. Motion is passed. Thank you. 3, FE Controls Change Corporation, Inc., change order number 1 for bid B-15-2022-23 fire alarm system replacements at 4 school sites. Superintendent, please.
It is recommended the board approve this agreement as stated. It is a change order for a credit of $100,623.23.
That sounds even better. All right, do we have any?
I'll move to approve. I'll move to approve the change order, yes.
Thank you. Okay, it's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, motion is approved. All right, 4, IT Management, Inc., change order number 1 for contract 02-2023-24 security alarm system replacement at Morel and Piedmont Middle Schools. I need motion, please. for approval.
I'll also share that this item is a credit of $21,454.82.
Take it.
Thank you,
I'll move to
Superintendent.
approve the change order.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, it's been approved. Let's continue to 5. IT Management Corporation request to use CMAS contract 3-24-03-1069, CMAS 3-18-70-00190, and 3-18-70-0019R for the security alarm replacement at Brooktree, Majestic Way, and Ruskin Elementary School. Superintendent, please.
It is recommended the board approve this agreement as stated.
Any comments from the board? If not, motion please for approval.
I'll move to approve.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Our motion is approved. Let's continue to 6. Jan Plumbing, Inc., change order number 1 for bid B dash 08-2023-24 monument sign project. Superintendent, please.
It is recommended the board approve this change order. It is a credit of $16,117.66.
That's pretty good too. All right. Any comments from the board? If not, motion please for approval.
Move to approve.
Second.
All right. It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is approved. Item 16, request for staff follow-up. Board, do we have any? None. Let's continue to item 17, items for future agendas. Board, do we have any?
I have a request to agendize an LGBTQ plus resolution to proclaim June as Pride Month. Yeah, like last year.
Oh, as Pride
Yeah.
Month. Okay, that's got that. All right, so item 18 is adjournment. Do I have a motion for adjournment?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. All right. Motion is carried and adjournment now at 8:29 p.m. Thank you very much and good evening, everyone. Excuse my voice. I've been coughing.